of the NFL on EA Sports.
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9?
And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25.
Mahomes now on first down. And right away, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And great field position coming up in the red zone at the 17-yard line.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Here's Reddick to throw. Steps away to his left. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds.
Obviously, a big play was needed, and you can see his eyes light up as he realized there's absolutely no one in front of him. And he takes off and goes a long way. Not only does he pick up a first down, but a big gain to boot.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there. His 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season.
And the Saints on just 2 plays have taken the lead.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
You always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Now here's a throw that's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. Mahomes going to throw.
He'll get this complete to Rondale Moore. And he is... going to have a Cardinals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Now 2nd and 5. Snap will come from the 6. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Rush coming, and he's taken down. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. Now here's Mahomes. Under pressure, and they got to him again. He couldn't get away there on 3rd down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12. Rosa's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because, you know, after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their 2nd drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments.
The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. DeMarcus Lawrence make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes. Still staying on his feet. Are you serious? And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
Arizona's offense back out and ready to go. 4-4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing. That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down. Rosa's kick is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6.
So 2 first-quarter field goal attempts for him, and he's converted on both.
I like the positive right there. 2 for 2, got the points on the board. The negative side is they didn't score touchdowns. And, of course, going forward in this game, that's going to be the aim, and hopefully they'll be kicking extra points instead.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 9 catches, 74 yards.
And he's number 6 in the league in receiving yards, and he plays for his team first. But he also, in the back of his mind, he's thinking, if I can get to the top 5, that might affect his bonus in his contract.
It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. Reddick sets to pass it. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And he is going to have a Saints first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And they give this time to the tailback. Sheds him off at the 45. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
And he's got this down to the 35. They'll run on 1st down. Bradley. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this 1st quarter. After one, a 1-point game, 7-6. From the 30 on 2nd down. Reddick over the middle, complete. That's Bradley. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
On 1st down, it's Bradley. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That's a gain of 6 on the 1st down run.
And when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. 9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. Now a handoff here to his running back. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely... And did he break the plane? Yes, he did. Touchdown. A great effort there. With touchdown number 27, that ties Priest Holmes for the 3rd most in a single year. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead. With the extra point, and the lead is up to 8. So that one a long 11-play drive, and it ends with a touchdown for New Orleans. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started.
Sitting in 1st place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some extra importance.
It certainly does, because if they can get the win here and pad their lead a bit or at least keep pace, then they can really kick their feet up and say a job well done at this point and not have to worry about ball at all until they're back in their facility, back in their meeting room, getting ready for the next game.
The throw over the middle, taken in. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw here into the hands of Moore. Touchdown, Cardinals! Rondale Moore, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And now the Cardinals are within a 2-point conversion of tying up this game. And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. And when they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone. Aldrich Rosas on for the extra point. This is up and good. It brings them within a point now. It's 14-13. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. And the Cardinals cap it with a touchdown. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
He doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Now Reddick. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A big play there on the catch and run.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. That catch good for only a couple.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he's going to be stopped up just short of the 1st down at the Cardinals 16. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
They brought in the heavy set on 3rd down, and that usually means running play, but we have seen them throw out of that formation, and sure enough, they snuck the tight end out on that one, wound up hitting him for a 1st down.
And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. He'll try again, and he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A great play there with his 28th touchdown, drawing level with Sean Alexander for the 2nd most in a single year. And the Saints add on to their lead. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get them over the goal line.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is up to 8. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement. Down on the scoreboard, maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the running game and continuing to press the running game. Maybe you go away from him a little bit now, but bottom line is he hasn't touched it enough to make a difference.
Well, they haven't established that running game yet. The question is, will they? On 2nd and 9, Mahomes. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
But from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains, that means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's over 40 yards here in the 2nd quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. They'll drop to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Bradley. And he's got some space here. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15.
And that was a beautifully executed screen pass. They let the rushers get upfield and get the escorts in front, meaning the offensive linemen, other blockers out in front. Completed the pass beautifully. So now you've got all that open space with big guys leading the way.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And a loose football. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line. And that's where the return stops. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S. Ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Mahomes. That's out to the flat for Gibson. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
Second and 5.
To throw, it's Mahomes. And that one going to be off target and incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
They'll dump that off to Gibson, complete.
And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Returnable here from the 38. It'll be a net of only 30 here. 40-yard punt, 10 on the return. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10.
The Saints offense going to head out now late in this first half. And with great starting field position and one timeout in their pocket, they could still come away with points here in the late going.
Looking left side, and it's complete. Now the Saints will use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 21.
Well, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
This time they'll just keep this on the ground. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Saints out on top. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Hi again, everybody. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the NFL here on this first day of November. We'll begin up at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. And they're drawing close to halftime with the Vikings out on top. The Vikings trying to finish that one off and claim victory. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And they trail in that ball game to the visiting Seattle Seahawks.
Well, who needs a halftime? Am I right? Let's resume play. Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick.
Taken at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started.
And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
59 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
They've got the lead early here in the third quarter, and runs like that are how they established that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
No gain on the play there. Second down. Now back to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. A big play that time on the catch and run.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with enough.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there with touchdown number 29, too short of LaDainian Tomlinson's all-time record 31.
And the Saints take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Tucker with the extra point, and the lead is up to 15 now. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the second half.
And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Looking to throw again on second down.
Mahomes. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey.
And the Saints will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. And he'll give it here to his running back. Nifty move. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. They had a chance to limit his yardage, but he was able to fight off that tackle.
So it's not just the responsibility of the guys who missed the tackles along the way. It's all 11 on defense, able to stop this guy, unable to do it on that play. They've got to find a way. How about his ability to break through and gain that yardage?
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. And to give this time to the tailback. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone.
118 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll be taken down by the face mask, it appeared. And yes, out come the flags.
It looked like they had the run stopped at the line of scrimmage, but the hand got up into the face mask, and the officials, they were looking for it. They spotted it.
It's an easy call, too, when it's right in front of them. You see that neck twist just a little bit, and that's enough to draw the flag.
And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. They'll keep it on the ground. Rushing. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A great play there. Becoming just the second player with 30 touchdowns in a single year. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. Here comes the Cardinals punter now as he's on here to punt it away. 4-yard punt, return of 9. And that will come the offense as they take over. So here are the Saints to take over. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold. On through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. It's been a remarkable day at the office for him running the football. Those yards just continue to pile well past 100.
And how about more than double-digit carries in the second half alone? That's what you want as a runner because you...
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a 1st down. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a 2nd time.
And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. 3 quarters have come and gone. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off at the 28. There he goes left side. And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really...
And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Well, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Bradley. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. From just shy of midfield, Reddick. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off around the 40. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
could almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. Throwing now is Mahomes. This one swung out here to Jones. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. The Cardinals on third down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. But he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. On that last run, he's now hit the 6,000-yard mark for rushing yards in his career.
And moves him squarely into the top 100 rushers of all time. In fact, he can boast that he's rushed for over 1,000 yards more than Gale Sayers did in his career. And Gale Sayers was a Hall of Famer in a short career.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. The Cardinals on third down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And that is caught. Touchdown Cardinals. Rondale Moore with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Cards use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. That's caught. But he will not get into the end zone. And that one hurts as it will remain a 2-score game here in the 4th. A very pivotal 2-point try that does not go their way. Now it's a big uphill battle for the rest of the 4th quarter.
The attempt was to try and make it a 1-score game, right? Touchdown, get 2, and now you've tied it up. Instead, they don't get it. It's still down 10.
Set to take over once again. Out comes the Saints offense. Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a 2-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw with this type of a game, I'm going to be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off.
They'll look to throw here on first down. He finds his man, complete. That's Bradley. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Boy, that was certainly well read defensively. And the key to any screenplay is space to work. And there was none to be found there. And they tackle it for just a short gain.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. And that one a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Dancing to his left. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a 2nd interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Bradley. And they'll get this down to the 10. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. And they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for second down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. They'll keep it on the ground. Rushing. And he is into the end zone, and the touchdown record is now all his. Now Tucker to add the PAT. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Mahomes now on 1st down. This one left side caught by Gibson. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
On 1st down, Mahomes. A quick target here, complete to Metcalf. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. And he's going to drop this one down to Gibson. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Now Mahomes. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. DK Metcalf, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. PAT up and good by Rosas. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And the Saints hands team able to rein this one in. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. That one looks like he'll throw here. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off near the 29. The 20. And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
Rosas good with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. And now trotting back out with the rest of his offensive mates, the big tight end. And the numbers show it, low involvement early. But since he's been involved, it's been a good thing for this offense.
Indeed it has. And when you're able to finally get him going, get him fully integrated into the offense, things feel a whole lot better for your team. It expands everything that they do trying to move the football.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. To speed things up here, going with some tempo. On third down, rushing. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain there, and it leads to a fourth down. Kick is good, so you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over.